What if the most powerful tool you will ever need is not something you can buy, not something you can hold, but something you already have? We live in the loudest era humanity has ever known. Noise surrounds us from the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep. Screens glow, notifications demand attention, thoughts race ahead of the present moment. And yet, beneath all of this noise, there exists something ancient, quiet, and powerful. Something that has guided human beings for thousands of years. Something that requires no tools, no wealth, no status. Silence. Not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of awareness. The silence where clarity lives. The silence where healing begins. This is the power of meditation. Meditation is not about escaping the world. It is about learning how to be fully present within it. It is not about stopping your thoughts. It is about understanding them. Not about becoming someone else, but about meeting yourself for the first time. Most people believe peace is something they must find outside themselves, in success, in relationships, in achievement, in approval. But peace does not live there. Peace has always lived within you. Meditation is simply the act of remembering where to look. When you sit in stillness, something unusual happens. At first, the mind resists. Thoughts become louder. Discomfort arises. Restlessness appears. This is not failure. This is awareness waking up. The mind has been running unchecked for years. Meditation is the moment you finally notice. Thoughts come and go like clouds across the sky. You do not chase them. You do not fight them. You watch. And in watching, something remarkable occurs. You realize you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness observing them. This realization alone has the power to change a life. For thousands of years, long before modern science, human beings understood this truth. Across cultures, continents, and civilizations, meditation emerged not as luxury, but as necessity. Monks sat in silence beneath ancient trees. Mystics withdrew into deserts and caves. Sages closed their eyes to see more clearly. Different languages, different rituals, same discovery. When the mind becomes still, wisdom speaks. Meditation survived empires. It outlived wars. It crossed generations not because it was fashionable, but because it worked. Today, science is finally catching up to what ancient traditions already knew. When you meditate, the brain changes. Neural pathways reshape themselves. Stress hormones decrease. Areas associated with focus, compassion, and emotional regulation grow stronger. The body responds as well. Heart rate slows. Breath deepens. Muscles release stored tension. The nervous system shifts from survival to safety. Meditation is not passive. It is one of the most powerful forms of mental training ever discovered. Yet the greatest benefit is not scientific, it is personal. Because most suffering does not come from what happens to us, it comes from what we think about what happens. The mind replays the past, worries about the future, creates stories, judges, assumes, attacks itself. Meditation interrupts this cycle. For the first time, you see the mind clearly. You notice patterns, habits, triggers. And with awareness comes choice. You no longer react automatically. You respond consciously. This is freedom. Many people carry emotions they never learned how to feel. Grief buried under distraction. Anger swallowed for years. Fear disguised as control. Meditation creates a safe space for these emotions to surface, not to overwhelm you, but to be acknowledged. Healing does not happen by avoidance, it happens through presence. When you sit with yourself without judgment, something softens. The body releases what it has been holding. The mind stops fighting itself. You begin to realize that emotions are not enemies, they are messages. Meditation teaches you how to listen. The breath becomes your anchor, always present, always available. As you follow the breath in and out, you return to the body, to the present moment, to now. And now is the only place life truly exists. The past lives only in memory. The future exists only in imagination. But peace lives here. Meditation is not one thing. It is many doors leading to the same room. Some people focus on the breath. Some scan the body gently. Some repeat a mantra. Some cultivate compassion. Some walk slowly with awareness. There is no single correct way, only the way that brings you back to yourself. To begin, you do not need hours. You do not need perfection. You need consistency. 5 minutes of awareness practiced daily will change more than 1 hour practiced occasionally. Sit comfortably, spine upright but relaxed, hands resting naturally, eyes closed or gently lowered. Bring attention to the breath, not to control it, just to notice. Thoughts will arise. This is normal. When they do, gently return to the breath, again and again and again. Each return is the practice. Over time, something shifts. You become calmer in situations that once overwhelmed you, more patient, more present. Life does not become easier, you become stronger. Meditation does not remove challenges, it changes how you meet them. You stop living on autopilot, you start living with intention. The world outside may remain noisy, but inside there is space. And in that space, clarity grows, creativity flows, compassion deepens. You begin to respond rather than react, to listen rather than assume, to feel rather than suppress. Meditation reconnects you to something deeper than thought, something older than fear, something quieter than noise, your true nature. You do not need to escape the world to find peace. You need to learn how to return to yourself again and again. And the moment you choose stillness, you have already begun. So breathe, right now, in this moment. Nothing else is required. And as this journey comes to a close, remember this. Meditation is not something you do once and finish. It is something you return to again and again and again. Some days will feel peaceful. Other days will feel restless. Both are part of the practice. There is nothing to force, nothing to achieve, nothing to become. Stillness is not a destination. It is a relationship. Each time you sit, you are choosing presence over distraction, awareness over reaction, peace over noise. And even when the world pulls at you, when life feels overwhelming, when your mind feels crowded, you always have one place to return to: your breath, this moment, this awareness. If this time of stillness brought you clarity, if it brought you calm, if it helped you feel even slightly more connected to yourself, carry it forward. Let this practice meet you in traffic, in conversations, in moments of stress, in moments of joy. Meditation does not end when the audio stops. It begins when you rise and return to the world more present than before. And if this space of calm was meaningful to you, consider sharing it with someone who may need it: a friend, a loved one, a stranger searching for quiet. You are also welcome to stay connected here. Subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Return whenever you need stillness, whenever you need grounding, whenever you need to remember who you are beneath the noise. Thank you for giving yourself this time. Thank you for choosing awareness. Thank you for being here. Now, take one last slow breath in and gently exhale.